I'm driving from Ireland to Ukraine. Kinda sounds crazy. In June of 2022, I bought the cheapest van I could find on Facebook Marketplace in England. It was a 1994 Volkswagen T4. Alright, Colby, I need your opinion on something.
Oh yeah, you said you had something to show.
Okay, ready? That's my new car.
Holy... You actually bought a van. Holy shit. Holy fuck, it's already built out.
What do you think?
This is so sick. How much did you pay for this? It's gonna be like a stupid low amount.
It was $1,000.
Oh, does it work?
Yeah.
How did you only get it for $1,000? $1,000?
Yeah.
What idiot sold this for 1,000 quid?
Best part? It's automatic.
Those are so hard to find in Europe.
Now what Colby doesn't know is that the van needed a lot of work. The electrical was less than ideal. Took it to a mechanic. He said
There's a fire ready to happen.
Then I still had to find out how to put in a bed and a table in the van to make it my home. I watched like 5 YouTube videos and realized with my 7th grade woodshop skills, I probably wouldn't be able to get it done. Back on Facebook Marketplace to look for someone to help me renovate it. This is Tony, and he's self-described very good with wood. I really had to impress Tony, get him to commit to this project because he'd be working with a dedicated worker.
Full table out, and just, you're right, 4 of these. Just 4 small ones.
Yeah.
4 that are 20 inches.
Yep.
How long is 28 inches? Or 20, 20?
Didn't get to your table.
Is this inch?
This is in. That's underneath your table, so it'd be about 27.
30, 35-ish?
No,
I don't think I impressed him with my knowledge. But in the end, Tony agreed to help me because, well, I'm paying him. So for the next 3 days, we grinded, and I'm talking labor-intensive work. Cutting wood, staple guns, real manly top G stuff. Not that human trafficking in Romania BS. It's crazy to say that after 4 days, this build was finally starting to come together. Tony gave up halfway through the build. So I'm stuck with this half-built van. I was getting seriously depressed from this incomplete van build. I know it sounds dramatic, but I was currently in one of the worst places of my life. As some of you guys might know, I was still grieving over the loss of a friend. Not to mention all the panic attacks I was going through because of what happened in Ukraine. This van was one of the few bright spots in my life. Something that got me up in the morning, excited to exist.
Guys, we did it! I just got my dream van! 3 hours away from my first stop and my car is completely dead. I feel so alone. I just like haven't been able to talk to any of my friends. I haven't talked to anyone about what happened because like, who's gonna be able to relate to me, you know? I was just making videos in my room when I started this, and now I have 2.1 million people watching me, and I just like, it just feels like so much pressure all the time, you know? I just don't want to let anyone down.
Yo, bro, I've been like wanting to reach out the whole time while you've been in Ukraine. I just haven't. I have so much admiration and respect for you, and I don't want to be somebody who took up your time while you're doing something so stressful. But just, I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I admire you. I admire you, and that you living and just being the expression of who you are is so deeply motivating.
I think this van was really just a way for me to escape my issue. I mean, it's the most literal example of running away. And that's why I decided to take the very next ferry to Ireland. My luck can't possibly get worse, right? I just woke up from the ground. This is our new friend Anna.
Hi.
I actually remember her name this time. Okay, look at this freaking meal. Like, I've been living off Tesco meal deals, so found out we parked right next to each other. Just got to my 53rd country. We're in Ireland, guys. Yep. Someone just threw this rock into my car. They also stole a bunch of my camera equipment, which sucks because this is my house. There's glass in my shoe now, which kind of sucks too.
This is my first night sleeping in the car with my broken window. Tape it up with a trash bag and it's kind of working.
Police finally returned my van after 2 days, but sadly we were unable to find the people that broke into my van. And after my insurance company accused me of lying, they refused to cover my broken window until they investigated more. A huge problem in Ireland because it rains.
A lot.
But that's when my look started to change.
I met Paddy in the little parking lot and he is now helping me fix my car.
You'll be better than new.
So he took me to a tire garage where his friend found out that there was a puncture in one of my tires.
Actually one lump of glass.
Then he took this COVID-19 screen protector.
It actually looks very good.
You don't need to flatter me. I know I'm good.
So how big do you want it?
That's like actually so good. That's actually so perfect. Just renovated my entire table. So.
For £1,000, man, this is the best vehicle you could have bought. And you have a house,
I have a house.
an office,
Yeah.
place to chill, somewhere to cook,
Yeah.
electricity for free. Balling. This is all you need. If you are ever selling this, hit me up and I will buy it off you.
What Bradley doesn't know is I'm actually giving the van away, which is really emotional because what you haven't seen in this video is the crazy adventures I've gone on the van. In the past few months, I had a road trip with a stranger in Wales. I picked up a hitchhiker in Scotland,
Hey yo, are you free later?
climbed the highest mountain in England with my mechanic. But my month in Ireland made me realize that van life really isn't for me, which makes me feel like a little bitch. But let me recap this month in Ireland first so you can understand why I'm driving back to Ukraine.
You got tens and tens of followers? Something like that. There you go. Don't fall down. Thank you.
I didn't know Ireland and Northern Ireland were two different countries. I feel like such a dumb American.
Oh, ruining my balls right now. Mom's not having grandchildren. I won't have to pull out anymore.
Anyways, I went to Belfast, which is the Northern capital, and saw the Titanic exhibit. It was boring, so I left. And then I went to 3 of the most beautiful places in Ireland.
Currently at the Dark Hedges. But I really have seen this spot all over social media. And here we are.
Slightly dangerous suspension bridge I had to sneak into, and the Giant's Causeway. Afterwards, I went to Derry, and
It's currently 10 a.m. and there's still fucking party.
The cops are outside.
This is the weirdest night of my
first these
life.
random girls gave me a ride to the city center.
Get the back.
Do you normally pick up random strangers in the city? Made a new friend. This is Sean.
Sean ended up taking me to his favorite bar and introduced me to all his friends.
How's your night going?
It's really good. This is my favorite bar, Sandinos.
They were actually so nice that a bunch of them were actually weebs, which is super random because I didn't think anyone in Ireland watched anime. After getting a bit funky on the dance floor, Sean and his friends asked me to go home with them. They started using some party favors, but because I'm a sober sailor, around 4 a.m. I knocked out. Crazy thing is when I woke up at 10 a.m., they were still going strong. I went to the gym and came back and they were still partying for 18 hours straight.
Who are you going out with?
No one.
I'll go out with you. I'll let you show you around. Got you.
Let's go.
I tried sneaking into the nicest gym in Galway, got caught, and somehow finessed my way into crashing with the receptionist. In 2017, when I was at UCLA, I was this massive frat boy and all I cared about was partying and sex with strangers. However, deep down, I was a massive simp, trying to fill the hole in my heart by filling the holes in other strangers. But that's when my life changed. I heard the song called Galway Girl by Ed Sheeran and the lyrics just spoke to me. 5 years later, I finally arrived in Galway. A few months back, Connell DM'd me on Instagram thanking me for all the humanitarian work I was doing in Ukraine, and he also offered to give me a mullet anytime I came to Galway. I'd never seen an Asian with a mullet, so I had to make it happen.
Just finished the haircut.
Second, girls like buff guys. So Connell tried to sneak me into the warehouse, gym where all the hot Galway influencers go. Thought it would be a perfect place to find a Galway girl. However, while trying to sneak in, we got caught, and I had to pay the 10 euros. Unfortunately, I didn't find the love of my life. However, because I live in my van, I got a much needed shower. While complaining about my love life, Atra, the receptionist, overheard me and offered to let me crash at her place and take me out to the club so I could hopefully find a Galway girl. In my experience, European clubs kind of suck. I always see 2 girls dancing with each other and then like 4 guys surrounding them trying to make their move. Also, people don't really dance, they kind of just like bob around. It's like no energy. But Galway is freaking wild, everyone is going off, and even some moms were getting down. You guys know how much I love moms. It was that time of night where we're drenched in other people's bodily fluid. Kay and I decided to go outside and get some cold air. I came to her work the next day. We ended up at the local park with wine and kiwi berries.
I mean, it's called a kiwi berry.
Galway is actually one of my favorite cities I've ever been to, which is probably why it's routinely stated as one of the best cities in the world to live. The people are some of the friendliest in the world, like Kate and Luke who helped me work out. Atra literally let a random stranger into her home and even gave me a sweater. Connell who cut my hair. After a pretty rough Irish start, Galway is really starting to turn my trip around. The biggest problem about traveling is you meet all these amazing people that are unfortunately fleeting in your life because you have to move on to the next place and say goodbye. Hey guys, how's it going? Ooh, that is scary.
I'm currently at the cliffs of Moher. It is as dramatic as they say. Like,
I don't know how, but I ended up taking 8 girls home in Limerick.
at these random people, and now I'm driving them home.
Random people, f you.
I met you like a pizza parlor.
I thought we were friends. I thought we had a connection.
We're best friends now.
Okay, that's good.
Today I head to the 8th wonder of the world, the Cliffs of Moher. It costs like 20 euros for parking, but I parked like 15 minutes away and walked because I'm a cheapskate. Cliffs of Moher is probably the most beautiful view I saw in all of Ireland. And whenever I watch the sunset in beautiful places, I get really reflective on my life. I started thinking I'm living in a van driving around Europe. This is everything I've ever wanted. But for some reason, I'm really not that happy right now. And I started thinking about my ex, which started making me lonely, so I drove to Limerick that night. I walked into a pizza parlor because I hadn't eaten all day, and this couple invited me to their table for dinner. Then a homeless guy came in asking us for money, and the couple bought him a dinner as well. He started serenading us.
Girl, what you mean?
That's what you call a student.
Late night at this kebab place, I met these 8 girls. I offered to drive them home. They ended up letting me sleep on the couch.
Bye. Good luck.
Thank you for housing me.
I've been traveling for 2.5 years now, and I've realized that I need balance in my life. Some moments I'm out partying in the clubs, constantly excited and meeting new people. But other times I'm isolated, hopefully in nature. The Ring of Kerry was perfect for that. It was just me and my thoughts being drowned out by the symphony of the world.
Nature makes me hard, guys.
Every morning, this Irish cat walks through the front door and cuddles up on this couch by the windowsill.
This is not your cat.
No, he just comes in to be fed and have snooze.
She does not live here, and we don't even know who she belongs to, but every day, like clockwork, at 6 a.m., she rolls up. I'm staying with an Irish mom I met from TikTok. This is Geraldine, and she's the mother of my friend Fleetwood Jack, who I've never actually met, but when he heard I'd been robbed in Ireland,
These guys just broke into my car with this brick, broke my window.
he asked his mom to take me in and feed me.
First Irish breakfast.
Rashers and pudding.
Rashers and pudding.
Jack's actually not even here. He's been traveling the world for the past 3 years, and I think he's saving turtles in Central America. But I'd advise him to come home soon because his place has the comfiest bed and the warmest showers. But I have to say, the breakfast and cat are the best ways to start the day. Throughout this video, I've alluded to how lonely it's been. And I'm really happy I got to meet so many amazing people and see some freaking beautiful places that I've literally dreamt of seeing, but I'm really struggling to simply exist. Mental health has started dropping considerably, but I decided before I quit van life I'd sign up for therapy, and it was helping a lot. I was eating healthier, working out more, but I realized I was struggling with so many different things. And 3 months into therapy, that's when I decided that I needed to call it quits. So I'm going to drive my van back to Ukraine to donate it to my friends, the Renegade Relief Runners.
I'm currently on a boat from Ireland to France right now. Let me show you guys around this boat. It's huge. A Shiba. I gotta go. You can get beer here?
The boat was huge, but after an hour, I'd seen it all. Which really sucks because there's still 18 hours left on this boat ride. And I was too cheap to book an actual room, so I laid my mattress on the side of the kids' room.
Alright, so I'm setting down my bed right here.
I need to make sure I wake up early so I don't get called a pedo or something. I didn't wake up early.
What's up, guys? We just got to France.
And my first stop, Mont Saint Michael. I saw this video of a castle island surrounded by water. So lonely, isolated. I was in a huge rush to get there before sunset. It would be a shame if a group of rabid animals stopped the motorway for an hour. Oh my god! Sheep!
Bro, what? Wow, catching it right during sunset? This is one of the prettiest places I've ever seen in my entire life.
I finally made it, but because it was at low tide, there wasn't any water.
First day in France, guys. I think I saw this place online 3 years ago. 3 years later, I'm here. It doesn't look like the videos you see online. Something really magical about it.
Walking around, I kind of felt like I was in a Harry Potter movie. And I got to see Professor McGonagall.
Good morning, guys. Today is my first day in France. If we take this trail down this way, we'll find the cliffs to Etretat. This is really steep.
I totally forgot to buy groceries, so these are blackberries, and I ate them. I hope they're blackberries. Honestly, I really needed this day. It was just so peaceful. I was the only one enjoying the view.
Oh my god.
It was just nice to get some peace and quiet. It wouldn't really be a Philip View video if I wasn't going somewhere I shouldn't. Now this next part, if you're scared of heights, just skip past it, but this drop from the cliff was freaking crazy. Every time I stand next to the edge of a cliff, I fantasize about jumping off.
Thank you then. And I would not, yes.
Why
Because
save me?
no, in danger, have to try to save them. I would not like to do that.
Now what I haven't been showing you guys is it's taking me hours to get to these different locations. I'm basically driving from the middle of France to Belgium, and apparently they're obsessed with pumpkins here. The amount of couples here made me want to leave and go back to the cliffs. I feel like I'm the only one dumb enough to set my tripod and camera up across the street in a country I've never been to. No one stole my camera except these kids ended up interrupting my TikTok. Then they started coming over and crowding me and wanted to teach me apparently how to dance. I went to Belgium and got a waffle. Homemade.
Really homemade.
This is Sierra, and her and her boyfriend Dimitri offered to let me crash at their place in Amsterdam. They're complete strangers I met online, so only time will tell if they murder me in my sleep. But until then, they're showing me everything Dutch.
Explain what is happening, because this is insane.
The bridge is going to open and that boat is going to pass.
How is no one impressed by this? This does not happen in America. What the? It looks like Transformers.
To be honest, the entire country of the Netherlands felt like a theme park. They got windmills, a slide, wooden shoes that people make, that people walk in. So weird. And the craziest thing is what they eat for breakfast.
This is literally the weirdest breakfast in the world.
No way. So it's just like this, and this is your breakfast.
Okay, so what exactly is this?
Chocolate sprinkles and a bit of butter.
Jesus.
Well, when we're a child, we actually put so much chocolate sprinkles on there. I'm so curious.
It's actually not bad. Like it's
It's quite okay, right?
sprinkles and bread just sounds so weird.
My new host. This is Tuon, and he was my next host. Him and his girlfriend also hosted me, and they made the most amazing food. But we got into a little fight about Andrew Tate. I'm not a fan, by the way. But I guess some guys see him as a role model. Just not me. This entire line was for a kebab place.
Best kebab in Germany.
I didn't want to eat alone because I'm lonely, so I decided to third wheel with the couple that was standing in front of me in line. How are y'all doing?
We just waited 2 hours for a kebab that might or might not be worth it. But we had a good conversation, so.
I posted on my Instagram story that I was traveling around Europe, and this lady responded, "Come to Berlin and there's cake and party for you." It was an offer I simply couldn't refuse, so I woke up that day and drove from Belgium to Germany. But the worst thing that could have happened. I got a ticket for not paying for the metro. And I thought to myself, should I run? He can't keep up with me. Young Flash. But then someone else came by that recognized me, and he recognized me from TikTok as I'm getting a ticket right now. Told the ticketing man who I was. So yep, I got a ticket. Now along the way to the party, I got this kebab that was as big as my friend's. It was a mouthful. Finally, I got to Lori's and she took me in. The next morning, we went to the bakery. There was no cake, but we settled for pastries and tea. Why did you take me in?
Travel karma. One time maybe I need somebody to help me, and I want that somebody do the same for me I do for you. I trust you, and so I hope somebody else will trust me.
She trusted me.
My flat is still here, my stuff is still here, everything is here.
You're a minimalist. There's not much to take anyways, right? Sadly, there was no party, but I ended up hanging out with a bunch of strangers in Berlin and even went to a bar that had a bunch of mattresses where you could lay and drink on. Tomorrow, I'm reuniting with my best friend in Poland. In my unbelievably short time in Berlin, I could really see myself living here. How are you?
Great. I'm miserable and dead inside.
This is my best friend Anya. Today I'm headed to Warsaw to see her for the first time in 6 months. When I truly had no one else to turn to, Anya was there. She was the last person I said goodbye to as I took the train from Poland to Ukraine. Little did I know what was in store for my future. Unfortunately, when we were delivering food and supplies near Russia, we were caught in an explosion. The blast just kept coming and I quickly realized my reality was I'd probably die. Because it was the middle of the night in America, I trusted Anya to tell my family and friends if anything were to happen to me. Miraculously, by literally a few feet, none of our team was injured, and after a few days of hiding, we were able to escape. I left Ukraine because I needed to process what happened. Oh my god! Oh my god, you smell so nice. I want to focus on people like Anya, who, while in the middle of her PhD, spent every weekend traveling to the Ukrainian border to run an entire warehouse to help her people. She has so much on her plate, I can't possibly understand where she finds time to sleep.
How are you?
I feel weird saying I'm happy right now. To hang out with you. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, me too. But you know, this general feeling of life not making sense. Kylie is not drinking wine with me, and I'm drinking 3 wines.
No,
Sorry for the mess. Don't do it! No, my mom will kill me.
Hey guys, we're at my friend Anya's house in Poland. She's been letting me stay here for the last few days. Really beautiful. I slept there. Oh, her couch is so comfy.
How was your day?
Bestie and I woke up early and we're driving to my favorite city in Europe, Krakow, Poland. My biggest wish is that this war ends early so Anya can see her chicken again.
You and your chicken. I spent the last 5 months traveling Europe in this van alone, so it's nice to have company for once. Except Anya is so dedicated to her studies, she was doing work while on the drive. Truck started overheating. When we got to Krakow, we met up with my besties, Mark and Dylan, at the fanciest restaurant I've ever been to.
He's got a wiki page.
They were cooking it in front of us.
Wait, this is Phil's van!
This is the broken window.
We've just literally ducked you. This man has 2 million TikTok followers, could easily make like a good bit of money, and every day chooses to make $0 because ethics. YouTube, TikTok, Phil really is as good as he seems.
I literally turned down $25,000 of the brand deals last month. I instantly regretted it.
Phil, have you had sex in this car?
Tell us more about it.
Which time?
Oh, man.
Joking. You think I would have sex in this car? I sleep in every
Yes, I absolutely think that. I know you way too well to think anything else.
We went on a night out and drunk Anya started crying. We realized this is the first time we've all met up in 6 months since we were volunteering at the border. We all sang together in the van to end the night. Tomorrow's gonna be bittersweet because I'm saying goodbye to Truck. I'll try not to cry.
The happiest moment of my life.
Alright guys, we have a beautiful cock right here.
Yes, I know this is the male reproductive organ, but I'm not juvenile enough to do something stupid like deep throat.
Oh.
Okay, in my defense though, you can't really knock it till you try it, so.
Oh, yeah, it's good. Bolts are kind of small. They look like mine. A little bit thicker and girthier than mine, though. I feel like this just gives a woman unrealistic expectations for us, you know?
Very unrealistic. The girth, too, is just...
Look at this thing.
It's not fair.
There's no guys that look like this.
There definitely are, but not you.
If you're this big, stitch this video because I just don't believe there's anyone out there that's this big. Apparently there's pistachio filled inside at the very bottom. Just gobble those balls up.
Oh, go out there.
I'm joking. It has like a nice nutty saltiness to it.
No, not bad.
That's real nice.
Wow, that's massive. No kidding.
I know, right? Mark, where are we?
We're at the border.
Everybody else, and then there's just us. Gang gang. 5 more minutes to a war zone, guys.
If you think about it too long, you get scared. Don't think about it at all.
Yeah.
Today we conclude our 3,000 kilometer road trip across Europe. I woke up Anya and before she headed back to Warsaw, she got me a little fox as a reminder of me rescuing Rice Bowl. We said our goodbyes and dropped her off at the train station. By the way, have you guys ever had this awkward moment when you go and kiss your friend on the cheek, but then she turns her head and then it's
oh my god.
Yeah, it was awkward.
What was that?
Whoa, you turned! No! You turned! She did
Dylan,
turn.
Mark, and I made our way to the Ukrainian border.
China's government has urged its citizens to leave Ukraine immediately, citing a serious security situation. In the meantime, we're like...
Kinda saying it's unsafe.
But after 3 hours, we finally made it to the other side.
Got to Ukraine. Not feeling very safe about this journey.
I will say the times that you've been in Ukraine, Phil, they have been the most tumultuous.
Just as we got to Lviv, the brakes on our car started to fail.
My brake is not working at all.
At all?
At all.
No, the handbrake doesn't work. We know that.
What do you mean the handbrake doesn't work? It's never worked. Then we can't drive, Dylan, because this pedal is not, I don't know how to explain this to you. I'm braking full on right now.
So we're just have to go real careful and slow.
Like, I'm putting full pressure on the brake right now. Full.
Why don't we just stop? Now I'm nervous.
That's what I said! There better not be a car coming onto our left.
But you're good.
Okay. Why don't we just stop? Why don't we just stop the car somewhere?
There's nowhere to pull over.
Is this full brake?
This is full brake.
Oh my god.
Now we come to complete stop. You see how that thing should not be hanging like that?
Oh, it's supposed to be over there?
It's supposed to be attached.
Curfew is literally in 2 hours.
No, it's an hour and a half.
Despite curfew, a tow truck came and brought the car to a garage safe and sound. Coming to Ukraine, it always feels like home. I mean, I did spend more time in Ukraine than anywhere else in the past 3 years. How you been? First thing I had to do was, of course, see Igor. He's like a gentle giant that was from Kiev, but moved to Lviv during the war. What has been happening in Ukraine lately? Because I haven't been to Ukraine in 4 months. Can you explain the situation?
We have a rocket missile attack. Many rockets falling down in all Ukraine, more than 100, and many people without water because...
I think it's funny that you say you're good, because I interview people, so many countries now, and most of them, they say they're not good. It's crazy because you are literally seeing people, you hear people die. How do you stay in such good... Every time I've seen Igor, he's so happy, so smiley.
My secret remains to do something good. Only good can fight with evil.
Today was a sad day because I wasn't just ending my trip, I was saying goodbye to my home. After almost half a year of traveling across Europe with truck, we finally made it to Ukraine.
This is the 4th air siren of the day, guys. There's so many air sirens, yet no one cares. Like, everyone's just walking around like nothing.
I don't think anything could have really prepared me for solo van life. There was road trips with strangers, picking up hitchhikers, having to pee in bottles all the time.
I know it looks really orange, but that's just because when you leave it in your car, it just gets way more orange.
My entire adult life, I molded myself into this super extroverted, happy, goofy guy. But after a lot of trauma, I started developing more of an introverted personality. Decided why not just go live my granola mountain man life and off into nature. What I quickly realized is that
I feel so alone.
I hate being alone. I happened to think a lot, and man, there were some dark thoughts coming out. And the best way for me to counteract that was I was constantly on my phone or doing crazy things, anything to stimulate my brain. That's probably why our generation is just so glued to our phones, because we've had to deal with so many shitty things happening in the world lately. So I just had not have to think and just fucking keep scrolling on TikTok.
This is a very sad day. Oh wait, I'm like getting actually emotional. This van has been my home for the last 4 or 5 months now, just because of a lot of mental health reasons. I think it's ready for me to leave. I'm actually leaving it here so that they can use it to volunteer in Ukraine and deliver.
Donating truck kind of feels like I'm giving up on my dreams. I promise you guys though, this is not the end of van life for me. Just for now, until I return to a better state of mind.
I just don't want to let anyone down. It feels like life is moving so fast.
Phil really is as good as he seems.
Sometimes I just don't think I'm strong enough to do it.
While you're doing something so stressful, but just I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I admire you. I admire you, and that you living and just being the expression of who you are is so deeply motivating.
I know it sounds boring, but what makes me truly excited is going back home to America, seeing my family and friends.